Hello guys, Conan here, and today I would like to show you my Inktober drawings for the 3rd and 4th day of Inktober. I know this video is incredibly late, but video making is hard and I'm just learning it. Like, this is my second YouTube video. Please bear with me. I tried a weird camera angle for the first drawing because I wasn't sure how to place my tripod, because I also got a new tripod, so excuse my face sticking into the thing most of the time. I know it's weird. But the camera angle for the second Inktober drawing is way better, and that's cool, I guess. So let's get to the drawing. Right now you can see me inking the sketch. I'm using my Pilot Futeyaku double-sided brush pen, the black side, and I'm inking a drawing of my character Alva. She's also from my webcomic, which I will leave in the description in case you want to read it. So I'm inking it, and the topic is poison, and I also chose some lilies for symbolism because they can also mean death and whatever. It's supposed to be deep, okay? So right now you can see me putting in my first layer of light ink wash. This is ink wash I made from the Rora and Klinge Zeichentusche that I have in black. And I made it like 2 Inktober's ago, so it's really old ink wash. It's obviously not exactly the same, I've refilled it, but it's the same shade, whatever. I'm using that, and for the hair I use the darker shade of ink wash. So after filling in the hair, I used my Liquitex ink in Muted Violet, I think, to do some patterns on the lilies, and also her eyes and some blood on the face. But later I do go in with my Winsor & Newton Cotman watercolor to make a better blood color and add more. I'm filling in the background also with a dark ink wash, but then I realized that after filling in the background, the hair and the background are pretty much the same value. So I took some ink. Wait, we're not dated. Oh yes. I thinned down my light ink wash even more to give her slightly darker skin, because she has she's not that white in the comic. She has slightly darker skin, and I didn't want to leave just the white of the paper. Then I'm realizing that the values are pretty bad, so I'm going back in on the hair with the dark ink wash. And then I'm also taking another ink I have. It's very not waterproof, and it's by the Lernani, I think, and I'm just painting it on with an aquash brush pen around her so that she will pop out more from the background. Then, because I'm impatient, I try going in with my Posca pen immediately to pop in some highlights and add the stems or whatever of the lily, but that didn't work because the paint wasn't dry. So right now I'm grabbing my heat gun and I'm just going over everything to dry it so I can go in with my Posca pen. So I'm just finishing up the drawing, and now we switched camera perspective because I'm doing the second prompt, which is underwater. And for that prompt I had a really weird idea. I have no idea how I came up with it, sorry. It's a underwater sea serpent, but I based its design off of moths for some reason. So I guess that's a thing that exists now. Well, it doesn't exist, but it's in my sketchbook. I made a weird ass creature. So right now I'm inking with my Kuretake number 13 sable brush pen. It's really nice because it has the single brush hairs. It's almost like inking with a real brush, but without all the spilling hazards and the hassles, so I really like it. It's also refillable. You have those cartridges in there, and I just use a syringe to refill them. So I didn't really like the line work on day 3 all that much. I actually prefer my digital line work. So I'm really trying hard with this line work to make it as much as my digital line work as possible, because for my digital line work I use Clip Studio Paint and I use the G Pen brush, and it has really good line variants, and that's why I'm also using that brush pen, because I just want nicer lines. I don't know if I succeeded, you tell me. The tail of the snake is based on a Luna moth, loosely based. I didn't check for the patterns, I was too lazy to look at reference again. And I'm just adding some black spots. I did do a couple of things in pure back, like the legs and the weird head things. I don't know what they're called. I'm not a moth scientist. So then I'm going over the outside of the lines again to just thicken them up. It's just to have even more line variants. We should get into the coloring really soon though. Let's just wait. So we should finally be at the coloring. Right now you can see me going in with that same light ink wash to block in some basic values on the moth creature thing, and also accentuate the fur around its head, and just like block in the values basically. I'm trying to keep this very light because of the debacle that happened with the values on the last piece, because I don't want to ruin another aquash by just sticking it in the ink, which by the way I did. Rip that one aquash. So now I'm thinning down the Liquitex ink to get like a lighter color that's more fitting for the light purple tones moths often have, or at least I saw it when looking up reference. So I just colored some parts of the moth to get more variance. Right now I'm also adding bubbles, and those bubbles I used a lot of water for them, which I should have let them dry. I didn't. I just went in straight with the dark ink wash to fill in the background again, which worked better than last time because I left the moth light this time. But as you can see, the dark ink wash is just bleeding into the bubbles, because again, you should let your fucking paint dry or else it will bleed. So I'm just filling in the background, and then I will also be going in with my Posca pen. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm going to be probably uploading Inktober's 5 and 6 tomorrow, if I'm able to, because the YouTube noob stuff. Like I said, I hope you enjoyed the video. Maybe leave a like or a comment or whatever. If you have any suggestions on how I can make my videos better, please tell me, because I really need those. I hope you enjoyed the video, and thank you for watching. See you in my next one. Bye!